Systems is one US company which will benefit from the tax cuts. Its Chief Executive, Chuck Robbins, joins me. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you.
You are going to benefit.
We are, absolutely.
What are you going to do with the benefit?
Well, we have, first of all, there's the tax cut itself.
Yes.
And then there's repatriation, which is the bigger issue for us. And we have earnings in a couple of weeks where we're going to talk about what we're going to do. But we've been on the record talking about obviously continuing our capital return strategies that we've had over the last few years.
So that's giving the money back to whom?
Well, it's giving some money back, as we have been doing, to our shareholders.
Exactly.
Which happen to be every citizen in the United States who has a 401k and retirement plans.
Less than half the population does, but we won't.
Or anyone who owns funds out there, we're in. But we're also looking at investments in innovation and R&D and also in M&A, et cetera.
Let's just talk about this, because we can go backwards and forwards on who benefits, how much they benefit. Yeah. The reality is, though, that corporations, and maybe you can talk to this, corporations do have an obligation to ensure a proper distribution so that employees and others feel rewarded from this move. Don't you think so?
I absolutely agree. And I think that the one thing we know for sure is that where the money was before, it wasn't benefiting anyone, sitting doing nothing. So bringing it back, investing in our employees, investing in R&D, and investing in innovation, those things are going to be good for the United States economy.
And this, which is turning into a potentially very rancorous dispute over trade. You know, global trade is one of those things. Everybody says they want it until it actually happens to hit them hard. You're familiar with this. You're well familiar with this syndrome. So you get Angela Merkel today warning against protectionism. You get those yesterday, but Donald Trump comes here with perhaps a different message. Square that circle for me.
Well, I think what we need on a global basis is we need trade, we need free trade, but we need fair trade. And I think that's what every country is trying to achieve. And if you speak to any world leader, obviously they're going to have the priorities of their own country are going to be first, but they're going to do that in the context of a global world that we operate in.
So what are you hoping to learn or to achieve, besides obviously seeing cleansings, from your Davosian experience this year, from your term in Davos?
Well, you know, first of all, I think, Richard, we know that technology is now at the heart of everything. And we believe that there is an opportunity for us to leverage technology, not only to talk about some of the negative issues that have been coming up, but to talk about how we provide access to opportunity for people all around the world, leveraging the technology, building strategic partnerships.
But that also means preparing those who will suffer.
Absolutely.
Or be on the negative side of it. And that, arguably, sir, is the mistake that was made in the developed world during the last round of globalization. Would you agree?
Yeah, so yesterday, here, we launched a skilling platform, that we've been working on for the last 2 years, where technology companies around the world who actually compete with each other on a day-to-day basis, we came above that. We took our educational content. One of our partners built an assessment tool in there to try to help create a platform to actually get at this issue. It's a first step, but we're committed to it.
Choose your color.
Those are markers, Richard.
Yes.
Oh, you want me to take one?
And you know what, you were sitting there, you know what's coming. Where are you on the fracture board? Bearing in mind your clients really do get into the heart of the global economy. This is we're not fractured at all. This is we're very fractured. That's the middle line.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Coca-Cola's on both sides.
That's a long story, but basically that is because they saw benefits of globalization.
Yes.
And for some of those countries, this is because they actually see what's happening today in the wider area.
Right. So I'm an optimist.
Oh, here we go.
I am an optimist. I'm not going to be like your prior guest. I'm going to say we're sort of in here.
Heading which way?
We're going this way. Because we have to, and we live in a resilient world. And despite all the optimism that we hear here from an economic perspective, the other thing you hear are executives who are committed to solving these issues.
And we're grateful.